Hello out there, we're on the air, it's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Second period, where players dash with skates aflash. The home team trails behind, but they grab the puck and go bursting up, and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees. They travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside. It's a 1-1 hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Third period, last game in the playoffs too. Oh, take me where the hockey players face off down the rink, and the Stanley Cup is all filled up for the champs who win the drink. Now the final flick of a hockey stick and a one gigantic scream. The puck is in, the home team wins the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can.
And hi, everybody. We welcome you into Johnny's Ice House East in Chicago, Illinois for the Chicago Classic Championship. I'm Cristiano Simnetta, joined alongside by Luke Shakota. Luke, it's the UNLV Rebels against the University of Illinois Fighting Illini. What a matchup. A great story between these two teams. UNLV, of course, defeated Alabama 3-2 yesterday in the first game of the tournament. Illinois bested Rhode Island 3-2, and we just saw Rhode Island beat Alabama in the consolation game.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough game for both of these teams. They're going to try to feel each other out, I think, in the first 5 minutes, similar to what we saw between Rhode Island and Alabama. UNLV, an extremely fast team. They're going to be tough for Illinois to handle, but Illinois, if they can maintain their strategy that they had last night against Rhode Island, where they dump the puck in, chase after it, they can tire out UNLV pretty quickly.
Neil Novosel loses the draw to number 8, Joe Kozubski, and we're underway here from Johnny's Ice House East. It's Baz Asaf over to Williams' left circle, and now a shot there. Excuse me, that was Kozubski with the drive from the left circle, sticked away by Barnhart 13 seconds into the opening period. First shot coming for the University of Nevada, Las Vegas Rebels. And something about Joe Kozubski's game, Luke, he had 4 goals, 8 assists, and 13 games coming into the tournament. 18 goals, 17 assists last year as we get another whistle on Barnhart 2 seconds later. The shots from the Rebels coming in. But the Rebels are led by guys who have done it before with them. The years before that they've been here, they're led by veteran presence. And the Rebels win the draw. Below the goal line it goes for Kozubski again. Kozubski, passed by respective number 8, that's Mark Condotti, to the near side corner of the Illini zone. As Forfar looking for it, Kozubski, one of the only Rebels to touch the puck so far for the guys in black and red. They go from right to left. Illinois goes from left to right. Here's Casper Ribba. Had 2 goals in yesterday's game against Rhode Island. He was stick checked away there, and Jack Graham will have to double back into his own zone. Graham, the senior defenseman out of Downers Grove, Illinois, deked around a man and sent the puck all the way down. This one will be icing, as a nice forechecking coming from Tristan Mayer, who had the big goal in yesterday's game against Alabama.
And a great opportunity for Tristan Mayer to play alongside Kozubski and Cody Williams, 2 of the leaders in points for UNLV. Great opportunity for Mayer, who has not really shown much on the score sheet. He's only played in 9 games, has had 2 points. But playing along with those guys can be a great opportunity to add more to the score sheet for him.
The Illini dump it in deep. It's Jared Turcott over to the far side corner. Flips one out to center for Joe Nolan. Nolan over to Graham along the blue line. Out of the middle area, it's Bobby Ernstine, the captain. That's going to be offsides as Thomas Kolaz touches up. So 1:12 into the first period. Illinois still feeling out this UNLV team. 2 teams that don't really see each other too often. Both ranked in the top 20. Illinois, of course, coming into this game ranked number 6, UNLV at number 17. But these 2 teams are more tightly matched than their rankings may hint at. Bottom of your screen in the neutral zone, the puck comes free for UNLV to clear in. It's number 3, John Moeller. In a board battle along the blue line, it comes back for Nolan. Sophomore defenseman up to the junior skater in Stephen Quinn. It's funneled back along the goal line. And Bobby Ernstine almost got to it as well. And there's an example, Luke, a team that played at Johnny's Ice House West yesterday, UNLV. They flip the puck up. It hits this low-hanging ceiling at the East Rink in downtown Chicago. We get another stoppage, 18:21 left in the first.
We're also seeing a little bit of a similar defensive play that we saw from Rhode Island from the Rebels here, where they're playing very tight defensively against Illinois to start. See if they can continue that in the first period.
Puck comes for Dondre John. He fires one over to the far side corner of the Illini zone, no icing. Mike Turek reverses it for Rick Hatton. Hatton, the sophomore, over for junior forward, turned defenseman Charlie Salk. And he will dump the puck down with the help of Evan Sabo, no icing. To the far side it goes in UNLV territory. Jonah Pearson, who dished out some hits yesterday, Luke, and also gave out a few hits as well. And for Tommy Harrison to the neutral zone, now down left wing, it's John. Dropped one back for number 26, that's Andrew Marshall. And John takes a tumble behind the goal to the far side half-board. Sabo races to it against number 13, Eric Williams. Unable to corral it for Illinois, but Jack Healy does, and tosses it out to the center ice, Illinois, with a much-needed change. Good pressure coming from Justin Reese, but number 13 spins away with it. That's Eric Williams. Down the right wing, he'll gain the red line and fire it down. 17:20 left in the first period of the championship game of the Chicago Classic. We're glad you can join us. Christian Alcinetta with you. Luke Shikoda alongside. This one's tipped in. Mark Condotti is beat to the puck by Bryce Woodward, who, Luke, we did not see play against Alabama yesterday. And it's Victor Brask, who scored the game winner against the Crimson Tide. That shot comes through and hits off the leg of number 9, Chance Holmgren. This one will be drubbed down the ice on goal. Ben Geisbert plays it up. Tyler Opilka with the jump. 2-on-1 for Illinois. Opilka right circle. He fires off the blocker of Geisbert. And over into the far side corner. A nice save for number 30 in red and black. And the other way, it's Woodward. Great move through a man. Trying to twist one out in front. And Opilka was there to rescue for Illinois. Neil Novosel dropping one all the way down. This one will be icing. As Cameron Fink reaches the hash marks, Tyler Opilka made that play at the blue line, went straight north with it, and had a good shot at the right circle, but Geisbert denied him.
Yeah, it was Geisbert who committed the turnover initially, and it was Trevor Perevazov heading off of the bench, but a bad change made by the Rebels leads to a great chance for the Illini.
We'll get to more about Trevor Perevazov in this game, but he is a highly touted defenseman for the Rebels, and he's got the puck on his stick right now. We talked about it yesterday. He transferred from Jamestown, and boy, is he a guy you don't want to have the puck going through the neutral zone, and your head's down, and you see number 4 right before the impact. He tosses it over to the far side defenseman. And number 11, Cameron Fink. And a nice twist play out in front, but Kolaz was able to tie up Kozubski. And Perevazov plays one down to the near side. Thomas Kolaz, chip and chase, is unable to race to it. Puck squirts free outside of the Rebel zone. And now for Kozubski again, gains the line left side. Sticked away by Barnhart, out of play. 4:15 into the first period, so UNLV, they're the ones having the zone time in the early going. I assumed that it was going to be Illinois, arguably the faster team in this game, but UNLV using a lot of their strength to move the puck.
They showed a lot of speed in their last game against Alabama, but a great recovery by Thomas Kolaz on the back check to not allow an opportunity for the Rebels.
An example of a forward on the back check when a defenseman knows he has support, so he'll go up ahead and pinch. Here's Stephen Quinn. He was offside, so it'll be sent back for John Mueller, left circle. He's got some speed, looking to wind, maybe a wraparound try, but he lost the handle, and it's Stephen Quinn outlet for Illinois. Number 7 in white, orange and blue, clears the puck in. Geisbert goes around the far side. It's Rick Hatton. He wafts one out of play. He took out the 9-iron and then finds the netting here at Johnny's Ice House East. 15:22 left in the first period, another whistle.
Just a great job by Mark Candotti to deny the wraparound chance. And one of the things I'm noticing throughout this entire tournament, Cristiano, is that all 4 teams, when they are on the forecheck, they're bringing in 2 to 3 guys to try to recover the puck. We're seeing that from Illinois, and we're seeing that from UNLV. And that has led to a lot of up and down stretch passes going from all 4 teams, especially from these 2.
Back to the line it goes. Number 19, Chase Toronto. So who we didn't see again in Alabama, making some lineup changes are UNLV. And a nice shot from Nolan is gloved down by Geisbert, and Nolan takes a tumble after colliding with Zachary Schlitz. Usually a coach doesn't like to change up his lines, change up the guys he's dressing, but for UNLV, whatever works is what it works.
And for Illinois, they are not choosing to dump the puck in, which is something that they're very good at, dumping and chasing. They're carrying it over the blue line themselves. And now it leads to an offensive zone time.
Healy looking for Charlie Salk at the right point. That one's intercepted. And going the other way is John down the left wing side. He's pressured on the hash marks. That one's rifled up and into that ceiling. So another whistle, Luke. I think this one has the tendency to be a long game.
Yeah, probably. And that time the puck hit the high point of the ceiling here at Johnny's Ice House East.
The ventilation system, you're exactly right. On the draw, it's Jonah Pearson. And he controlled it and played it back for Williams, who wrapped one into the near side corner. Charlie Salk battling, takes down a man. That was Andrew Marshall. Along the hash marks to the left wing side. Illinois trying to outlet, they're not able to. Williams pump fakes around Hatton, spins and shoots, and that one's over Barnhart's shoulder, and he was able to somehow keep that one out.
Big shoulder stroke from Barnhart. Not sure if he knew where that puck went.
As Sabo flips it down, no icing. Hatton races after it against Williams, who makes the smart play and defers over to the open defenseman, or rather the winger there in Pearson. Ribba lost it. Here is Candotti flipping one, looking for a backdoor play in Hatton. As it's Novosel, great pass on the table, Pilka. He shoots through traffic, and that one finds the blocker of Geisbert. Candotti over along the far side, half boards, he pinches in. Junior defenseman kicks it down low for Novosel. He makes a nice play and fires low on Geisbert, who shuts the door. 6:13 into the first period. Neil Novosel, a nice move there, but Mark Candotti starting to play along the half boards with his skates, not his stick.
And alongside Novosel, Luke Forfar jumped into the play. I think he came off of the bench and got right into the deep slot, creating another opening.
Candotti shoots, easy glove save for Geisbert. Illinois, the MO's got to be get as much of that vulcanized piece of rubber to the front of the net, get some guys in front. There are going to be second chance opportunities, but Geisbert has stopped them all so far. Another face-off win for Illinois. Candotti back for Forfar, but we're going to get a high-sticking minor. 13:40 left in the first period, so Illinois, they control the draw, but they're going to be the one shorthanded to start this hockey game. UNLV to the power play. It's Casper Ribba sitting for 2.
Yeah, Casper Ribba with a high stick on Bryce Woodward. Something that you really don't want to do, especially when you're in your own offensive zone. We spoke about it in the last game between Alabama and Rhode Island, where there was a cross-checking committed in the offensive zone. And again, offensive zone penalties will drive coaches insane.
Williams looking for Paxton Malone. His shot was blocked, kept in by Williams straight away as Nolan tried to clear it back. 13:30 left in the first period. John below the goal line. Back up top for Malone. And Williams, they interchange. Along the right point, look at the jump there from Kolaz. Oh, he could have had a breakaway short-handed as Ernsting took a tumble, but Thomas Kolaz making the read And he knows that if UNLV tries that again, he'll be sniffing it out once more.
Cole set up at the top of the diamond penalty kill setup. And we saw this in the last game where a 1-3-1 power play was set up and the diamond was a great strategy against it.
Nice move out in front, they score! It's Joe Kozubski as Jared Turcotte played the puck over to the high slot as he broke down left wing, and Kozubski opens the scoring in the Chicago Classic Championship.
Joe Kozubski playing along Cody Williams and Tristan Mayer. Just makes a great move. I believe it was around Jack Graham. A beautiful deke, gets himself into the deep slot in the center and just rifles it right past Barnhart. 1-0 UNLV.
And nothing special or fancy about that one, Luke. Just rip it right through the 5-hole. That's a power play goal for the Rebels, who score the first of this game. Richter shoots one. That's blocked by a leg in front.
What a move by Richter.
And UNLV coming the other way. It's Victor Brask for the trailer. Shot by Ray, and it goes up into the netting. 12:41 left in the first. 1-0 Rebels.
Spoke about it in the game against Rhode Island for Illinois, that Tyler Opilka. I would love to see him try to get his first goal of the year, but he does a great job skating backwards and getting down into the shooting lane.
As Jordan Ray had that 5-minute major for boarding in the game against Alabama, he's eligible to play in this one. It's just a bang-bang play for number 21 in black and red. Had him taking an early shower, but certainly wants to get involved here in the Classic Championship. To the near side now, the Rebel zone, it's Victor Brask. Looking for a man far side. It comes over for Mark Condotti. He's tied up a bit, has Chance Holmgren to support, and it's out to center for Richter. Justin Reese was interfered with by the official, so no call there. And it's Pereversov gaining the line left side on the hash marks. He tossed it in off the skates of Novosel. And up ahead for Luke Forfar, but too far for him. And here is Salk back in his own zone ranging. 11:55 left in the first period. 1-0 UNLV thanks to a power play goal scored by Kozubski. Icing is waved off. Ribba now for Forfar. His shot was blocked away by a back-checking Tristan Mayer. And out in front, Forfar whacks it down. It's in the low slot. UNLV facing some pressure here. They hit an open man in number 9, Cody Williams.
Again, 3-4 checkers for Illinois.
And a nice move here from Kozubski, the lone goal scorer of the game so far. Sends one in along the dasher to the far side. Mayer couldn't get the puck free from Illinois. It's Ribba for Novosel, and now Forfar to tip it in. Geisbrick comes out to play it and snaps one to the near side where Mayer uses his skate blade to funnel it over for Kozubski, who lifts one into Barnhart's glove. We get a whistle. 8:50 into the first period, 1-0 UNLV.
Seeing the Rebels play very well, especially their defensemen. They're jumping into the play. Trevor Pereversov jumping right in, almost as if he's a forward out there. Along with guys like Fink and Williams, they are making things happen offensively.
Illinois looking to reverse the tide of this game right now. They haven't had a lot of zone time, and they haven't been too smart in their own zone either.
And that's one of the reasons right there. They're just not able to get a good handle on the puck.
Ernsting, near side, fires it wide. Joe Nolan at the left, hash marks. He dangles low and brings it for Ernsting. Nice back pass, but Kolaz couldn't find the short side of Geisbrick, who glued himself to that far post. As this is Muller down the left wing. Closed off excellently by Graham. Ernsting shouldered off the puck there by number 37. That was, of course, Jared Turcotte, who scored the primary assist on the goal from Kozubski. And Quinn skate the stick to the other number 7, Paxton Malone. And UNLV over the center ice logo in the red line on the left wing side. They dump it in, and a power play coming for Illinois, I believe, as Jack Healy was dumped, and he went down in a heap as Jared Turcotte collided with him. 10:15 left in the first period. I wonder what we'll see here in terms of the length of the penalty, because it looked like a vicious collision.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was a hip check. I couldn't really see it from where I was standing. Was it a hip check by Jared Turcotte?
I believe so, but I don't think Healy was expecting it.
Yeah. And Turcotte with just a big
during
hit.
that collision, there was a slash as well from Turcotte.
Now that's probably what the call is then. I didn't see the slash, but yes, Jared Turcotte heading to the box. And just what the doctor ordered for the Fighting Illini, they desperately needed a power play because UNLV was playing very well, picking their spots of when they should jump into the offensive play and when they should just be patient with it.
4 forwards for Illinois on this power play group. Casper Ribba, one of them, manning the point. He shoots one in, looking for a rebound try. Oh, and I don't know how Ribba didn't get that over the stick of Geisberg. Probably some traffic in front as Forfar comes to the left side. Opilka walking line. What a feed there for Ernsting, left circle. Backdoor play. It's knocked out of the air and sent to the right point, but kept in by Opilka as Pearson had a chance to clear it.
It was Richter who took a hit to make a play.
Opilka slides one over for the captain. Ernsting, great saucer feed up for Richter. And now Ribba. Ribba fires one from the point. That one was blocked down in front, I believe, by number 13, Williams. Shot there from Ernsting. The puck is still loose now behind the cage and out in front again. The UNLV finally is able to clear it. 50 seconds into the power play, but a good shift for Illinois, something to build on. Now it's Opilka getting a pass from Barnhart. Nice move. Down low for Richter. He uses some nice stick work there. He's got a lot of speed, but that pass is just off the stick of Stephen Quinn, who keeps it along the right wing side. Quinn for Opilka. Senior defenseman out of Effingham, Illinois, plays it for Richter. Tries to twirl off a check, looking back door, but the Illini were changing is Williams, I believe, can't knock that one out either, so a good play from Kolas, who's fresh off the bench. He chips it for Ernsting. Ooh, twirls one in behind. 35 seconds left in the Illini power play. Ernsting has been out for this entire grouping. He'll finally get a change as Kolas looks up top for Nolan. And down low for Richter. Below the goal line. Illinois with a good power play so far, but a good jump by Kozubski, who goes 2-on-2 with Williams. And he'll get in along the right circle. And a shot was blocked. Illinois with about 10 seconds left of power play time if they hurry. But look at Kozubski and Williams working below the goal line. Now it's Novosel to the far side, Nolan. Who stumbles a bit but plays it over the red line. Now for Charlie Salk. Gains a blue line. We're back to even strength. Illinois 0 for 1 on the power play. UNLV 1 for 1. Backdoor shot. Nice fought off save there and kept in by Nolan. He fakes the shot. Lets it go one more time. It's in the low slot. Backhanded try. That one was stifled. And it'll be lifted all the way down the ice. No icing because it ends up hitting Barnhart. A good kill from UNLV.
Williams and Kozubski are playing so well together. If you're Coach Green of the Rebels, you're keeping those two together no matter who's playing with them.
Ooh, interesting shot there from Rick Hatton off the blocker of Geisberg and took a wacky carom. As Illinois starts to flex their muscles, down 1-0, 7:35 left in the first period. Through the middle now, a trip. Evan Sabo goes down, and DeAndre John will head to the sin bin. So Illinois, I like what they did there, Luke. Right after the penalty was killed by UNLV, you may think there's some momentum for the penalty killing team. Well, even if you don't score on the power play, it still gives the power play team momentum because they had some great zone time. We're able to find out how this defense plays.
Yeah, now that they're back on the power play, I would love to see Illinois do what got them the first initial try. They set up a 1-3-1 power play, but UNLV made a mistake. They set up in a box rather than a diamond formation.
Oh, weird carom there. And excuse me, Luke, but that was a clearing play off a stanchion.
We've seen that a couple of times from these boards today.
And that could have been detrimental for UNLV, but here comes Luke Forfar. Now for Drew Richter, the sophomore forward out of Darien, Illinois. And a nice clear from the Rebels. I believe that was off of number 14, Pearson, who races to the bench for a change. 7 minutes exactly left in the first period. 1 minute and 30 seconds left of Illini hockey power play time. Novosel gains the line, fires it in. Geisberg slipped, but the Rebels are able to shoot it out again. No fluidity at all, no action for the Illini here. It seems they're out of sync to start this second power play.
And the Rebels are causing so many fits by getting their sticks down right there and getting into the open ice areas to send the puck back down.
Nolan and Novosel to the far side. Kolas, he goes skate the stick. Now for Nolan, the defenseman. Fires one in. That was deflected down. Rebound try. Geisberg was able to get it. And Stephen Quinn, I think, is going to get a penalty after he was pushed into Geisberg. And Quinn didn't do himself any favors either, Luke, with that motion, cutting for a rebound.
Yeah, he was trying to get to the puck, but he just got in way too deep in the crease and knocked down Geisberg. I mean, if you're Coach Fabrini, you love to see the push from Quinn, but you have to be a little bit more aware of where you are in the deep slot because problems like that can happen, and we're going to get some 4-on-4 play for a short amount of time.
And he's arguing to head coach Nick Fabrini that, hey, I got cross-checked in, I don't know what you want me to do. But there's no challenge play for penalties, of course. So Illinois will have 49 seconds of 4-on-4 time, barring another penalty, of course, and then a minute 11 of penalty killing time. And the Rebels are already 1 for 1. And their first man advantage, the only goal of the game scored by Joe Kozupski. Illinois now on 4-on-4. Ernsting for Jack Graham. Graham racing through the middle. And he goes to the deep slot now to the left wing. Wraps it in behind. Puck goes over the stick of Zach Schlitt, and Kolas and Ernsting, that's a pretty dynamite forward grouping to start a 4-on-4. Good tight moves there from Chase Toronto. 5:48 left in the first period. Toronto's got it now.
This is the patient side of UNLV. They're not going with a 100% rush up through the neutral zone. They're being patient with the puck.
Picked off by Toronto again. Left circle. He fires one off the leg of Nolan and up into the netting. Or out of play, rather. 5:34 left in the first period.
Another thing I would love to see the Fighting Illini do a little bit better is that send the puck to an area. Send the puck to an open ice area. Give your teammates a chance to get into those areas and win some board battles. You're really good at that. And UNLV, they're fast, but they're not as tough at winning those board battles. For the Fighting Illini, they have to do a little bit better job of doing that.
5-on-4 now for UNLV. John comes out of the box and onto the right wing side of the power play. Malone has Williams up top. And Malone again along the right circle. Fakes on the hash marks, goes below the goal line for John. They interchange, number 7 and number 23 respectively. And Malone going along the goal line, and that pass was blocked away by Barnhart, who will snatch that chance and glove it. 5:07 left in the first period, 47 seconds left on the minor to Quinn.
It was Marquand Dottie and Evan Sabo being very aggressive on the penalty kill to try to get some turnovers, and they nearly had one in the last time that they were on a penalty kill last night. And we're looking to see if they can get one here.
Oh, shot from Williams, fought off by Barnhart with 3 guys in front, 2 for UNLV, 1 for Illinois. It's Williams again. For Turcotte, great pass for Kozupski, and he defers right circle for Malone. He fires and he missed everything. And a big hit by Luke Forfar, and he'll get the puck out. Luke Forfar, an underrated part of his game is his penalty killing. And with 20 seconds left in the minor, he'll go off for a change.
That got the Illini bench fired up over there.
Racing in now is Malone. Going to his backhand, looking for Turcotte. Intercepted by Nolan, who sachets one down the ice and on goal. And that will do it for the Illini's abbreviated PK. UNLV 1 for 2 now officially.
Joe Nolan was tremendous on that penalty kill, getting into the lanes and blocking a couple of shots.
It's Cameron Fink to the near side. Now up to the neutral zone, it's Williams. Tips one in for Pereversov. He tries to activate, looking back door, and I think there was a wide open 6x4 for John Muller. Wasn't able to get the pass off. Here's Richter. Down right wing, fires one in. Stick aside by Geyser behind the goal. Homer couldn't handle it. Now Nolan Cannell on the far side corner. Homering as a yard sale as Justin Reese lifting up the twig of Cody Williams. You don't see that often. You usually see it in lacrosse.
And the stick went out of play.
That's an interesting tactic.
I'm not sure if I've ever seen a stick go out of play like that.
Right pad save by Barnhart on the initial try from Fink, and Illinois may have some momentum here with Thomas Kolas, who's rushed to the boards there, and flipped back in by UNLV's Pereversov. Reese for Graham. Fumble with the pass a bit. Here's Bobby Ernsting trying to split a pair. But a good shutdown defensive play from the Rebels. Ernsting on a good forecheck. Now Kolas flips one into the glove of Geisbrick as him, Quinn, and Ernsting. They're a dangerous line. They're a line that's going to take pucks from the defense and know how to put it in the back of the net.
Just a great job on the forecheck by the Naperville native Bobby Ernsting. Just lifts the stick, and he lost that battle, but he went back and he poked it away and gave a great opportunity again for the Fighting Illini. They're coming alive here in the last 2.5 to 3 minutes.
But the score is 1-0 thanks to a goal scored by Joe Kozupski on UNLV's first power play of the day. And it's Turek and Salk to Quinn on the far side. He gave it away to number 3 Muller. He fires one in wide. Salk is checked. Puck goes out of play. And that was deflected, so it'll come outside the Illini zone. 2:51 left in the first. for just joining us. Cristiano Simonetta, Luke Shikoda alongside. It's the Chicago Classic Championship here at Johnny's Ice House East in Chicago, Illinois. Speaking of Illinois, it's the Fighting Illini against the UNLV Rebels, who have the early jump and they have the early lead. Mark Kendati on the far side corner. Arlington Heights, Illinois native was checked, and now Turcotte sent one to the high slot blindly. And here goes Casper Ribba. May have a one-on-one against Harrison, trying to take him wide. And an excellent play there from Harrison. And now to the near side. Forfar tipped on goal, and that one just missed. As here's Kendati. The left side in Novacell. The forward plays D, and the D goes below the line. As Illinois cycle trying to get to work here. A huge hit there in the far side corner. And now Turcotte going the other way. Toe drags his way through. As a couple of members of the Rebels were changing. And Kendati rifles one up for Forfar, who settles it down. His attempted one-handed deke didn't work. Here's Mayer, left circle, fires with left, Patsy by Barnard, rebound, oh, and he swept it away to the far side. And Ribba cleared it up, but Asaf was able to keep it in. To the near side now, Williams. One of the alternate captains for this Rebels team, Opilka, a fellow alternate. He's able to clear it down, and Asaf will come back. And circle behind his own zone.
Sorry, Cristiano, but Luke Forfar was just tremendous on that last shift. He was creating chances by shooting the puck. He made a great pass, and he also had a couple of big hits.
Graham searches for the puck in his legs and gets it. Nolan's pass is knocked down. Maybe a chance for Mayer, but he was stick lifted by Rick Hatton, the back checking forward. As it's Williams, or rather Kozubski, who is taken down. Sabo tips it for Hatton. And the Illini's fourth line may come to work here, as it's Jack Healy ranging down the left wing side.
The Illini got away with one there because Jack Graham went down.
And Healy took a tumble too, and Joe Nolan had a chance at the side of the goal. Healy slow to his skates here, as Graham's going to send it far side along the penalty boxes for Sabo. But Healy in a lot of discomfort there. 47 seconds left in the opening period. Hatton finds it and lassos one up to the neutral zone, where it's Sabo. And UNLV takes it right back. Perevers far side for Fink, who goes right on Barnard. I don't think he was expecting that one, so he'll glove it. 32.4 left in the first.
Barnhart is seeing everything thrown at him. Shots from center ice, shots from the right wing, the left wing. And if you're Illinois, you got to do a better job of exiting your own zone a little bit more crisper. They're not handling the puck very well. Once you get the puck, you have to just get it out. Get it out, because the crisp passes are just not working in this first period. They're going to have to make an adjustment in the second.
Homer on the far side knocked down a man, but John was able to keep it, and Kolaz outlets using the half boards. And here's Fink behind his own goal. 15 seconds left in the first period. Cameron Fink out of Aurora, Colorado. Had 21 points last year for the Rebels. And it's on the tape of Chance Homer. 5 seconds left in the period. Here's Thomas Kolaz trying to drive 3, 2, and 1. And there will be a penalty coming up on UNLV, a high sticking minor with 0.2 seconds left in the first period. So Illinois will head to their third power play of the night, as it's number 26, Andrew Marshall, sitting for 2.
Illinois is going to get a power play for the majority of it in the second period. So if you're Coach Fabrini of the Fighting Illini, when you head back into the dressing room, the one thing that you have to say to your team is settle the puck down. Make crisper passes, make quicker decisions, especially when you're on the power play, because in the first 2 opportunities that they were on the power play, there just wasn't enough settling the puck down and getting to their spots to create chances.
And Illinois putting out a 6th attacker, a smart play from head coach Nick Fabrini. And I don't think the clock started, and there goes.
Now it did.
That seemed a lot longer than 0.2 seconds, didn't it? Regardless, that's the end of 20 minutes. Illinois down 1-0 against the Rebels. So, Luke, you're Illinois. You're heading to your third power play of the night. You haven't gotten a lot done on your first 2 man advantages. How can you change that moving forward to the second period?
Well, like I said, you have to do a little bit better job of being crisper with your passes. The second power play especially, they just were not settling the puck down. They were not getting to their spots. They were constantly cycling, but they were cycling to the same area. You have to get to the open ice areas where they are. You can't have 3 guys along the left wing half boards. You have to get to a different area, send the puck over there, and then you can get some lanes created that way.
For UNLV, what do you need to do to keep this 1-goal lead and perhaps build off of it?
I really liked how UNLV played. They were playing so fast, and it seemed like they were overwhelming the Fighting Illini, but just using their speed, carrying it over the blue line, and really winning the corner battles. I think Illinois is very good at winning the half-board battles, but once that puck is in the corner, UNLV is using their speed and using their quick sticks to jar it loose and get some offensive chances.
Joe Kozubski's 5th goal of the year, the only one we have so far. We're through 20 minutes of the ACHA Chicago Classic Championship, and we will get you the second period in about 14 minutes or so. You are watching the Chicago Classic, presented by YouTube.
I know you need it, do you feel it? Drink the water, drink the wine. Oh, we gotta turn up the crazy. Living like a washed up celebrity. Shooting fireworks like it's the 4th of July. Until we feel alright. Until we feel alright. I'm like a scarf trick, it's all up the sleeve. I taste like magic, waves that swallow quick and deep. Through the bait, catch the shark, bleed the water red. 50 words for murder, and I'm every one of them. My touch is black and poisonous, and nothing like my punch. Drunk kiss, I know you need it, do you feel it? Drink the water, drink the wine. Oh, we gotta turn up the crazy. Living like a washed up celebrity. Shooting fireworks like it's the 4th of July. Tonight we are victorious. Champagne pouring over us. All my friends were glorious. Tonight we are victorious. Tonight we are victorious. Champagne pouring
And hi, everybody. We welcome you back into Johnny's Ice House East here in Chicago, Illinois. I'm Christian Simona, joined alongside by Luke Shakota. UNLV up 1-0, heading to the second period. But Luke, the Illini have a big power play coming up. 1 minute 59 seconds left on it.
Yeah, for Illinois, in order for them to score on this power play, as we said, after the end of the first period, they are really going to have to try to get to the areas that are left vacant. There's too many times where we see 3, 4 Illini players along the same wing. They have to spread it out a little more.
Bobby Ernsting, left circle. Illinois goes from right to left this period. UNLV left to right. Oh, Pilka shoots one. That one went off the goalpost. Oh, Geisbrick never saw it. And now a 2-on-1 resulting for UNLV. Mayer, right circle, looking back door, but Opilka was able to stop that one. And a twist of fate there from Illinois. You hit one post to the other end, and then you've got to defend a 2-on-1 short-handed try. And
Tyler Opilka is just so good at getting down at the right time, at the right place to close off passing lanes and shooting lanes.
Opilka fakes to his forehand, goes to the backhand, twirls around the near side corner, plays it back for Bobby Ernsting. Ernsting for Richter. And Bobby again, straight away for Opilka. For Ribba, his saucer feed too hot to handle for Tyler. And he'll dip back into his own zone. But look at the play from John. Short-handed shoots. Great save, and that was on the goal line. But Barnhart was able to steer it away with the stick. And here's Ribba. 2-on-1 for Illinois on the power play. Ribba shoots just high of the blocker there. And it is Kozubski along the far side corner. Looking for a man in Ray. He fires one with a fadeaway drive. 40 seconds left in the Illini power play. And boy, as Jake Barnhart had to come up big, especially on that try against John. Nolan to the far side, Charlie Salk. Good pass on the tape of Stephen Quinn. Quinn now for Kolas, left circle. He stick handled himself into submission there along the near side corner. Now back to left point for Charlie Salk. Fans on the drive now goes down low as it's Novosel on the near side corner. With a circle there below the goal line for Quinn. 10 seconds left in the Illini power play. Nolan, head fake, moves for Kolas. Kolas out of Springfield, Illinois. Gets the puck at the right circle, winds, fires looking for a deflection in Quinn. And now back to even strength as UNLV's killed off that power play. And Salk for Nolan, back to 5-on-5.
Much better power play from the Fighting Illini. What they did was they parked themselves right in front of Geisbrick. That's what led to the first opportunity that went right off the pipe.
And Stephen Quinn absorbs a cross check there after the whistle from Perevrzov. 17:42 left in the second period, and that's what you expect Stephen Quinn to get into it a little bit with the guys after the whistle, and he's a very good agitator for this Illini club.
Yeah, he's still chatting towards the center ice, and as he was heading to the bench, he was chatting over at the UNLV Rebels bench.
The face-off dropped at the center ice logo. It's Toronto. Now for number 5, Schlitz. The neutral zone tipped in by UNLV. Behind the goal in the Illini zone for Salk, looking for Sabo up the middle. Evan Sabo down the right wing has Hatton out in front. But that pass was drifted away by number 19, of course. That was Toronto once more. And this one will be icing. They wave it off as Barnhart touches up. And a delayed penalty, I believe, as Barnhart comes out of the crease.
Had some trouble getting out of his crease as he was stumbling down to the ice.
And the thing was, the Illini hadn't tagged up onside yet. So it was interesting if that was going to be a penalty or if it was going to be a delayed offside, but we have a slashing minor. So UNLV, another power play for Illinois coming up thanks to one of their miscues. It's 2 minutes for slashing on Andrew Marshall.
And on Illini's last offensive possession, if you go back to it, you can see that Jack Healy was collapsing right into the deep slot, but he collapsed to the wrong side. He was on the right wing. On the far side, he should have moved a little bit closer to the near side because there was like wide open net for him to shoot off a one-timer.
Good keep in by Ribba behind the goal. Now it's cleared along that far side, but Luke Forfard took a big hit, adjusts his face mask. Good to see that he's all right. Here's Opilka. Good pass on the tip of Ribba. Ribba going down wide left circle, looking to drive, but Perevrzov closed him off and slams him into the corner boards. Richter. And that's a hand pass, I believe, from UNLV, 16:29. Well, that can't be the case because he was in his defensive zone. There was a whistle called, maybe a hand pass by the Illini. 16:29 left in the second.
Yeah, referee Logan Gruhl was He was pointing at the right circle. I think he was pointing at there's going to be a face-off, and Coach Fabrini is wondering what happened on that play.
Face-off to the left of Geisbrink. The Illini still on the power play. And a sprawling Casper Ribba gets that puck, but hey, Luke, that puck went out of play. Another whistle, 16:25 left in the second.
A good call by the referees and the linesmen to see that it was a deflection off of UNLV, and head coach Nick Fabrini of the Illini was pointing at that same direction as well.
Here's Opilka straightaway. Now as Ribba on the far side circle, looking out in front. That pass was deflected as Forfar was slew-footed in front of the goal. And he's behind the net now, number 44 in white, for Bobby Ernsting, left circle. 16:07 left in the second period. The Illini still with 63 seconds on their power play. Opilka settles it down straightaway, fires one wide of the blocker, and it careens onto the stick of Ernsting once again. And Forfar around the goal line for Ernsting. And Mayer is able to clear it down. The Illini really trying to figure out their power play on the road. They haven't been good by any means, and that doesn't help when you lose a guy like Joey Rittendale to graduation and Eric Cruikshank, who led them in power play goals over the past 4 years. And this one's clear to the far side where Salk jumps. And here's Novosel. His pass is blocked and out to center, so Joe Nolan will skate over the center ice logo back into his own zone. 23 seconds left in the Illini power play.
Yeah, when you're talking about guys like Stephen Quinn and John Moskalik, who are two of the leaders in goals for the Illinois Fighting Illini, they're not able to gain enough puck possession to get themselves set up on the power play.
Here's Nolan. His pass too hot to handle for Salk. Now for Cody Williams. We're back to even strength here. Far side option. The shot, great save by Barnhart, as that was Williams to Williams connection. And Barnhart shut the door. Nolan to the far side. Great stick move there to go to his backhand. Hits off a Quinn skate. And out of the near side, it's a soft. And Williams keeping it in. And now Turcotte with a chance, but Quinn knocked him down. As a good move driving the net now was Hatton, and he was upended. And now red line, blue line, right wing side for UNLV. They dump it down. 14:28 left in the second period as the puck goes out of play. But UNLV, they're penalty killing. They're so aggressive, Luke. Whenever Illinois gains possession, or if they win a faceoff, they rush straight to the puck carrier, and that's something that you could do on a small ice surface such as this.
Yeah, and for the Rebels, they were rushing back the other way. And a little bit of a different look. We saw Tristan Mayer play along Kozubski and Williams, but that time it was Jared Turcotte that was playing with them. So a little bit of a different look coming from the Rebels. We'll see how Illinois can adjust against their top pair.
Pilka almost lost the puck, and he ends up doing so. Turcotte to the far side for Muller, and Turcotte again to the high slot. The puck is still loose. There's about 6 guys searching for it. It's cleared up, blocked by Turcotte. UNLV keeps it in. Along the far side circle, the puck was loose and picked up by Evan Sabo. 3-on-2 the other way for Illinois. Sabo left circle, fires into the breadbasket of Geisbrink, but a good shot on goal to give the Illini an offensive zone faceoff. 13:48 left in the second.
Yeah, we saw Jared Turcotte along with Eric Williams that were playing with Kozubski and Cody Williams. And I think that what the Illini have to adjust to is that the Rebels are speeding through the neutral zone. And the reason why they're speeding through the neutral zone is because they're spreading themselves out. Illinois needs to do a bit of a better job spreading themselves out, similar to what we said in the first period, in order for them to enter through the blue line.
Salk with a nice keep in along the blue line. Homer couldn't settle it down. Reese trying to get to it on the forecheck, but UNLV comes free. Over the center ice logo, it's Jordan Ray, left circle, trying to drive on Salk. He does, and a left shoulder save by Barnhart. To the near side for Schlitz. Salk. Now to the far side in Richter. The sophomore forward takes a tumble, gets back up to his skates as Turek eases one back for his defensive partner, Salk.
Richter's got to be harder on that puck to get it out.
And Turek launches one, and it's a smart play because Justin Reese is racing to it. Now Geisbrink has some trouble, and Reese trips him up, though. And Illinois will go to the PK, and that's an avoidable penalty for Justin Reese. Racing on the forecheck. Sure, you see the goaltender is out of his element, but that stick clearly tied up Geisbrink along the left leg.
Yeah, Ben Geisbrink did a nice job of walling himself off of Reese in order to gain possession of the puck. And Reese just a little bit too aggressive. Knocks down Geisbrink. And if you're Reese, you have to realize you lost that battle. You have to get in front of the puck. If you're sized off by the goalie, you have to realize you lost the battle. Try to get into a position where you can take the puck away from an attempted pass by the goaltender.
UNLV scored on their first power play of the night. But Illinois has combated them with a penalty kill in response. But UNLV, their special teams, man, 4 straight power plays for Illinois, stretching from the first to the second period, and UNLV has killed all of them. Here's John, right circle. Winds one in behind to the far side, Malone. That play was knocked away. Ernsting almost had a breakaway chance. Nolan taps one free to the high circles, but it's Malone gloving it down for John. Far side for Williams. Near side for Bryce Woodward. Great backdoor feed and out in front. Oh, that was a wide open chance for John sliding in front, but he wasn't able to corral it. Williams faking the shot, goes along the half boards, and he gets it back straight away to the right side. Woodward, great pass along the high side. Rebound try. Barnhart spinning from left to right. He finally regains his net there. But UNLV, if those passes are on the tape and those shots go off correctly, I think they've got themselves another goal.
And the reason they're getting those opportunities is because Ernsting and Kolas are being very aggressive on the blue line.
Oh, a chance for UNLV. And, man, that was a odd man rush thanks to Ben Geisbert with the heads-up play to fire it to his man on the near side, but they just went in offside. 12:04 left in the second, 58 seconds left on Reese's minor.
And Bobby Ernsting and Thomas Kolas on that last penalty kill for them. And we're doing a little bit of Mike Babcock, Detroit Red Wings, Toronto Maple Leafs penalty kill style, where they're jumping up to the blue line, trying to knock the puck away and get a breakaway heading back the other way. But if you're doing that, you better get your stick down and cut off those lanes and not lead to chances like we saw that the Rebels had.
Quinn cancels out Turcotte, and Breversov couldn't handle the puck at the blue line. He'll spin back to his own zone. Over for Cameron Fink. Fink, far side option, and Breversov, the 2 D-men leading the rush, but Breversov is bumped by Forfar, and the Illini with an easy clear.
And a great reaction by Stephen Quinn to get the puck and shoot it right down the ice.
Fink at his own goal line, hits Williams through the circles, off the skates of Turcotte, and through the legs of Opilka, and back for Williams along the far side corner. Opilka shoulders him, and the puck skips along the dasher to Breversov, and out of the far side corner. And Turcotte jousting with Quinn, but the puck comes free for the Rebels. 10 seconds left on their power play. Breversov, Turcotte fanned on it, and Stephen Quinn will whack it into the neutral ice. The Illini going to kill this penalty to Reese, who steps out on the ice. Quinn comes off. But the Rebels maintaining some zone time. Breversov below the goal line, out in front, backhand play, rebound, oh, they score! A second goal for UNLV. It was a bit of a broken down play, but the Rebels score thanks to a goal by Jared Turcotte. 2-0 visitors.
These are some makeshift offensive lines that we're seeing from UNLV. Cody Williams has been partnered up with Kazutsky virtually this entire game, but he was on the ice with Turcotte. And Cody Williams forcing a turnover, sending it to the front of the ice, or into the front of the net, I should say, right in the deep slot. And a great chance there for Turcotte, and he takes advantage of it. 2-0 in favor of the Rebels.
And Jared Turcotte, you look at his stats, he had no points versus Minot State last week, but he still had 6 points in his last 5. Coming into this game, he gets his 5th goal of the year, and that was just a good play for him to stop at the side of the goal. A lot of goal scorers, a lot of forwards, they don't want to go to those dirty areas and really dig in at the side of the net, but now Illinois has a chance to counter. Richter, left circle, moves in, he fires. That's a great shoulder save from Geisbert. But Turcotte making the smart play, digging in at the side of the net and just waiting for his chance, and he tapped that one past Barnhart.
And UNLV head coach Anthony Greener, he is really allowing Cody Williams to stay on the ice with as many different partners as he wants, because Cody Williams is such a great passer, and he is able to get his guys wide open, and he hustles so quickly, and he causes turnovers, and that's what led to the second goal.
And here's Nolan shifting around a man, but poke check back by Toronto. And Graham clears it. And look out, Ernsting, wide open play for Kolas. He chips one through, and a save by Geisbert. And Bobby Ernsting trying to make the one more pass, and I think the captain should have just stuck with it.
Yeah, one pass too many. He had it on his backhand. It was a rolling puck. but he still had enough time to try to settle it down for a split second and just get a backhander off, because there was some open area along the blocker side of Geisbrecht. Not a good decision there by Ernsting. He's got to be more assertive in that situation.
The Illini lose the draw, whacked it back, and it's Williams to Turcotte, the goal scorer in the second period. This one will be icing as Graham races to the hash marks. 9:48 left in the second period. Illinois down 2-0.
And Joe Nolan forced that icing. He jumped and pinched into the blue line. And now we're seeing Stephen Quinn jousting as he usually
Turcotte
does.
with a slash on Kolas. It's always fun to watch Stephen Quinn go to work.
He would not be Stephen Quinn if he was not doing that.
And Kolas along the near side for Ernsting. Bobby edging out a man along the far side. Good play there, and Kolas fights along with him. Kolas with a reverse check. You know, Kolas only 5'9", certainly hits heavier than that and taller than that. And coming free of the Illini. It is a spinning shot from Quinn, blocked down by Asaf. And Baz Asaf to the far side corner.
And I thought Kolas might have gotten away with a delay of game call because he nearly closed his hand down on the puck as we get another stoppage of play. Again, the puck hits the Raptors here at Johnny's Ice House East.
It got through the first couple runs, but
it made like 3 field goals there.
Yeah, unlike Cody Parkey, huh?
NFL kicking has been down all over the place.
It has. As the Bears take on the Minnesota Vikings tonight. We've got hockey right now. And of course, down the road, it's the Chicago Blackhawks against the Minnesota Wild. Hockey Fights Cancer Night. Eddie Olczyk will be dropping the ceremonial puck, and what a night that's going to be down on Madison Street. As Cody Williams down the near side corner with Kindati and Ribba. It's a deflection out in front, and a beautiful play from Mayer, who had positioning on Opilka, but Barnhart was fit to the task. 11 minutes and 10 seconds into the second period, 2-0 UNLV.
Again, UNLV is doing such a great job of hustling to the puck, and they're winning half-board battles here in the second period. That is very uncharacteristic for Illinois. They're usually the ones that are winning those board battles. That's how they get opportunities, as we're going to get another penalty here.
And it's going to be an elbowing call. Illinois will come to the power play. Bereversov closing off on Forfar. And Luke Forfar is a guy that is a lot like Stephen Quinn. They actually play a similar way. They like to get under the skin of the opposition, but they also force their opposition to make mistakes by moving their feet.
Yeah, and Trevor Bereversov, not a good penalty to take. He has not. He's not a guy that really does commit a lot of penalties. He only has had 12 penalty minutes all year, but not a good call to take in that situation.
Ernsting, left circle, deking around a man, now going down low as he wanders for Forfar. Back for Opilka. Straight away, shoots one into the glove of Geisbrecht, but the Illini have to get more guys in front, wouldn't you say, Luke? Because Geisbrecht is going to make those stops.
Yeah, not only that, but the right wing, the far side, was open again. There's too many times where Illinois are leaving wide open wings, especially when it comes to the point, to get some one-timers off when you're setting up in a 1-3-1.
And a shot and a save, and look at the play here. As once again,
yeah, that might have been Zachary Schlitt,
who knocked in Forfar.
Yeah, right into his own goalie.
And what's the call going to be?
It looks like Forfar. He's heading towards the box. And yeah, he's going to get the penalty.
But the thing is, have the Illini become a dirty team overnight? Or is UNLV doing their part to push the Illini into the goal?
Well, that's what head coach Nick Fabrini for Illinois is arguing. He's arguing that Forfar was pushed in to Geisbrecht by Zachary Schlitt.
And look, you're jousting for position all you want, but Forfar has his right outside the crease.
That ice is open to anyone who wants it. But when you get deep into the crease like that, as we're kind of seeing it on the replay here, yeah, Forfar
What can he do?
Yeah, what can he do? He got into the crease, but he was also pushed into Geisbrecht. That ice is as much his as it is Schlitz.
That's a very good point. But regardless, you have to live with the penalty. Head coach Nick Ferrini hopefully gets a word on the calls moving forward, but two similar plays, extinguishing two Illini power plays and cutting them short.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they become a dirty team at Illinois, as you mentioned, but both of these teams have been pretty undisciplined. And Illinois, especially when they are on the man advantage, they just haven't been very disciplined both in their play and trying to keep themselves on the power play.
Malone, blistering speed down the left wing, drops it for Asafi, fires, a nice save from Barnhart. We get a whistle, so just to refresh everybody's memory, 1:28 of Luke Forfar's minor for interference left on the clock, 57 seconds of Trevor Pereverzov's elbowing call on the clock, so 4-on-4 for almost a minute. 7:40 left in the second, 2-0 Rebels.
And we can see that Pereverzov and Forfar are jousting back and forth. They're talking between each other in the penalty boxes.
And we're not sure if we can get you those transcripts.
Not sure if we can actually air them out.
And here's Kolaz over the center ice logo. Going left to right, nice speed. And the former Peoria Mustang out in front, Quinn missed it. And now Graham winds, he fires, and a save made by Geisbrecht with the shoulders. 7:17 left in the second period. Jack Graham looking for his first goal of the season. And his last goal was scored on January 27th of 2018 during last season.
And I love what Stephen Quinn did. He did not go to the near side where the wraparound was going to end up. He stood right in the slot, right in the middle, and there's a chance there.
And Kolaz gets bumped into Geisbrecht. No call there, but the goaltender's lost his stick. Nolan almost tripped. And here is Quinn.
Geisbrecht has taken a lot of abuse in this second period.
Kolaz back for Nolan. To the right side, it's Graham. He fires wide of the net. Here's Kolaz on the wrap chance. And a good pass for Graham. He'll spin. And for Kolaz, for Graham, he fires one. Good block there. I believe that was Victor Brass gaining in front of it. And now out of the box comes Pereverzov, and it's a 2-on-1 for UNLV. Back door, they score! Andrew Marshall goes glove side on the power play. UNLV up 3-0 over the Illini.
For a split second, I thought we were going to get another penalty call because there was a big hit on the backside of the play. But Pereverzov, fresh out of the box, is able to create some space, and Marshall, opportunistic, just fires it right over the glove of Jake Barnhart. And it's interesting, Cristiano, Barnhart has not had a bad game, but there's just too many times where UNLV is able to get things going off of the rush and getting too much zone time.
And Sabo clears one in, and that's going to be sticked away by Geisbrecht out of play. And Andrew Marshall, his second goal of the season, had 4 points in his last 4 games coming into the tournament. And that was a goal scorer's goal, going up high and underneath the bar.
Yeah, and I said too much time. I should say so much time. Too much time if you're Illinois. You don't want to see as much time as UNLV is getting in their own offensive zone. But yeah, Andrew Marshall being very opportunistic, finding that soft little area in the high slot, and just a laser beam right over the glove of Barnhart.
And you have to look back at how that was started. As here's John, right circle on the back and looking for it. Score! Oh, what a move! D'Andre John going from backhand to forehand, and he beats Barnhart. And UNLV opening it up in this second period.
If you love speed, better take a look at D'Andre John's goal again. What moves around Salk, around really the entire Illinois defense. He just weevils his way around the defense of Illinois and just heads straight into the crease near Barnhart and just puts it through the 5-hole. What a goal by John.
And the Illini are going to take a timeout here. But wow, that's the goal of the tournament, I would say.
It's just a beauty, just an absolute beauty. We've seen a couple of times in this tournament where players are making tremendous dekes, specifically on their backhand. That was a beautiful deke by John onto his backhand and just speeds right through the offensive zone, gets it back to his forehand, and goes 5-hole on Barnhart.
2 goals in 23 seconds for the Rebels.
They're just overwhelming Illinois with their speed. We saw it in their game against Alabama from the Rebels, and they're doing it to the Fighting Illini.
If you're just joining us, Christian Semena with you right now. Luke Chakota alongside. As Jake Barnhart has surrendered 4 goals to these Rebels, but man, is this a team that has offense and skill, and when you combine those 2 things, you're going to get what you have right now, 4 on the goal scoring sheet. D'Andre John, a beautiful move along the right circle. And if you're the Illini defense, you have to respect their skill, but you have to be aggressive too. And sometimes when that goes hand in hand, you're going to get burned a couple times. This is behind the goal now for Richter, trying to jam it free. And Kendati down low for Holmgren. And now Richter fires one in at the side of the goal. Off the back of the cage. And a big check there from Richter. And Justin Reese fires. It's blocked away. Kozubski through his legs now for Williams along the near side. Maybe a 2-on-1 for the Rebels, but pass escaped number 9. As Novacell over for Richter. Pass went through him. And you just want to hope, Luke, that this game doesn't become a little bit too chippy and it takes away the skill from these 2 teams.
Yeah, and Tristan Mayer was back on the same line with Kozubski and Williams that time. The original starting line that we saw from the top line of UNLV.
And Ribba laying out a check. As it's Malone first on the forecheck against Nolan. Under 5 minutes ago in the second period, Illinois down by 4. A whiffed pass from Fink. It works anyway. And he is closed off along the near side. Novacell slaps one to the far side. But UNLV, they're the team that's moving their skates right now. Illinois looks a little flat-footed and stunned, quite frankly.
Yeah, and it really is not coming from just one guy or 2 guys. It's coming from everybody on the Rebels. We're seeing it from Marshall. We're seeing it from Turcotte. We're seeing it from Mayer, Kozubski, Williams, Woodward. We're seeing it from every player on this UNLV team.
And a shot from Nolan off the right pad at Geisbrick. And it's Colas digging below the line. And back for Ernsting as Quinn out in front. Bobby tried to twist one ahead as Graham keeps it along the left point. And he just overskated. But he punched it back for his forward grouping in Quinn, who gets laid out there by Turcotte. And to the far side, Muller. 3:57 left in the second period. Still some time here for Illinois to start chipping away at this lead, but that's not going to do it. It's Turcotte right circle, he moves in. Just wide of the blockers, a pair of Illini collided. And they look all out of sorts, the guys in white, orange, and blue.
I have a feeling that it's because of the threat from UNLV's speed.
And Graham took a tumble as well, and here comes Ernsting.
And that's what's tough, Cristiano. Just the threat of the speed that the Rebels had is enough for them for Illinois to make a couple of mistakes and tumble down to the ice like we just saw.
As it's Fink over to the far side, it's Healy. And the freshman, this Illini team, can only get it as far as the opposition blue line, and a big hit there by Salk, who canceled out Woodward. Opilk over to the near side.
Now, I'm not sure what Healy was doing there. Jack Healy, if you're going to send it off the boards, you got to be harder on it.
And Salk lost the puck behind the goal. Nice save there. A tight angle as Jordan Ray with a chance. And Barnhart shut the door with the shoulder. 17 minutes exactly into the second period. It's 4-0 UNLV.
Yeah, if you go back to what Jack Healy did, he just threw it to an area, but there was no one there except for one UNLV player. He took a look to the near side to see if he can have an outlet over there. There wasn't one, but if there isn't, you got to be harder on that puck. You may ice it, but you have to get it past the neutral zone. You have to get it deep into UNLV's own zone.
And it's always tough, Luke, when you've got a banged-up roster like the Illini do. John Moskowitz, the leading scorer, is out with a shoulder injury, and not a lot of guys in terms of depth on the back end that are healthy, as well as up front. And this is a result of a team that is in a little of a rebuilding process, as I believe 8 seniors graduated. As here's a chance for Evan Sabo, right circle, he winds, he fires, and a right pad save by Geisbrick. But this team certainly needs to feel itself out as Candati races for an icing call. 2:18 left in the second. But to that point, Luke, it's still UNLV who have been pushing the pace, and they've been the ones who look like the number 6 team in the nation.
Yeah, they really do, and they're the ones that are winning. As I said, half-4 battles. They're winning every single puck battle, virtually every single puck battle that we're seeing. But I love that last shot by Evan Sabo. Shoot it for a rebound, give yourself a chance on the near side, and they nearly had one.
And UNLV, if you can track your memory, of course the Rebels fans will, to Gabe Lampron's overtime winning goal in the ACHA National Tournament. If not for that, Ohio beat UNLV. It would have been Illinois versus UNLV in the quarterfinals. Of course, we know the story. Illinois went on to beat Ohio in overtime. They ended up beating the number 1 ranked Minot State to head to the national championship. These two teams not far off from each other, but they don't really see each other too much in the regular season. 1:45 left in the second.
And they play a very similar style, but UNLV just looks like they have the fresher legs.
It's Harrison, eases one over to the far side. And Richter checks Toronto, but he gets it along the goal line. Now straight away. Good pass again for Toronto, and that one was off the skate of Williams, and he bats it down to his stick. And Mayer, nice no-look feed to Kozubski, and that didn't miss by much. 1:15 left in the second.
Illinois is just dying to get out of this period right now.
2-on-1, Reese left circle. Good pass, but it was blocked down, chipped out in front, and Geisbert. Oh, man, a good save on Richter, who sent his head skyward after a near chance from the Illini. 67 seconds left in the second.
Yeah, Drew Richter, I think he's probably looking skyward because he realizes not so much that it was a great chance for him because Geisbert did a nice job of closing off to the puck, but probably more so the fact that they're just not getting enough looks because UNLV is hustling back. When they have a 2-on-1, does Illinois, the Rebels come right back and close it down.
And Candati has to race all the way back. Opilka as well. As Ribba missed that pass and it exploded off the stick of Fink. Down to the last minute of the second period. Novacell trying to give his team some momentum. Candati fires one wide off the glove of Ribba and out of play. And Candati's trying to get that one to the front of the net, but just sliced it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I understand why this faceoff is coming outside of the zone for the Rebels.
Well, because the shot from Candati went off of Ribba in front.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
It was tough to see
yeah,
because we were all looking at
right
the
off
net.
the hand. Yeah, right off the hand. So, yeah, the faceoff should come outside, and it does.
And Turcotte behind the goal is blasted by Forfar as Opilka gloves it to himself. Now over to Candati. Candati to Opilka for Forfar with 28 to go in the second. And he is hit as well, and I think there's going to be a hand pass called, and that's exactly it. 23.6 left in the second period. There are some hits coming out here, Luke, and you just got to hope that the next one stays within the rule books.
And for UNLV, they're the ones that are delivering those hits. Again, they're seemingly the more aggressive team, even though they're up by 4 goals.
It seems like the Illini should be the ones that look like they're down or up 4-0. Usually a team takes their foot off the gas, but the pedal for UNLV seems to be going through the ground of the car.
Yeah, and they had 3 forecheckers there. Aggressiveness still paying off for UNLV.
And Barnhart slides out at the end of the period, and he's saved by the horn. And that'll conclude the second set of 20 minutes. Illinois down 4-0 to the Rebels, who have just come out for the second period, ready to go. And the breakdowns that Illinois did have, Barnhart was unable to stop them. They were high-octane chances. And Illinois, when they get a chance on Ben Geisbrecht, it seems like number 30 in black and red is the guy who can shut the door and shut it in a hurry.
Yeah, Geisbrecht has been absolutely fantastic, obviously pitching a shutout here. But the main thing for me, Cristiano, is that UNLV, they are hustling everywhere. They are using their legs to try to get back defensively and close down 2-on-1 opportunities. We saw like 3 or 4 times that Illinois should have had a 2-on-1 break, but the Rebels just close it down in such a hurry, and it seems like they never even had a 2-on-1, did Illinois. So the Rebels are playing out of their minds right now. And for Illinois, in order for them to get back into this game, to at least cut the lead in half, before the first half of the third period. They had to just do their dump and chase game. I haven't seen a whole lot of that, mainly because the Rebels are just playing so quickly.
If there's one player on Illinois' roster that can help turn the tide and maybe get that first goal to send this place into a frenzy at Johnny's Ice House West, who will it be?
I would keep an eye on Stephen Quinn because he is the guy who hustles. He is the one who tries to get his team fired up, and Stephen Quinn has been a pretty good goal scorer this year. If he is able to just get into the front of the net, because that is where he can score his goals, he can get the entire team fired up and get the entire team playing better. So keep an eye on Stephen Quinn in the third period. The Illini are going to need him more than ever now.
UNLV 20 minutes away from winning the Chicago Classic. We'll have the third period for you in about 13 minutes or so. You are watching the Chicago Classic presented by YouTube.
sucker for pain. I got the squad tatted on me from my neck to my ankles. I torture you. For the fam, dog, 10 toes down, dog. Love and the loyalty, that's what we stand for. Alienated by society, all this pressure give me anxiety. Walk slow through the fire, like who gon' try us? Feeling the world go against us, so we put the world on our shoulders. I torture you.
been at it with my homies, it don't matter, you don't know me. I've been rolling with my team, we the illest on the scene. I've been riding around the city with my squad. I've been riding around the city with my squad. We just posted getting crazy, living like this is so amazing. Hold up, take a step back when we roll up, cause I know what. We've been loyal, we've been fan, we the ones you're trusting. Won't hesitate to go straight to your head like a concussion. I know I've been busting, no discussion for my family. No hesitation through my scope, I see my enemy. Like, what's up? Hold up, we finna reload up. Yes, I reload up, I know what up, I know what up.
I torture you, take my hand through the flame. I torture you, I'm a slave to your games. I wanna chain you up, I wanna tie you down. I'm just a sucker for pain.
Devoted to destruction, a full dosage of detrimental dysfunction. I'm dying slow, but the devil trying to rush me. See, I'm a fool for pain. I'm a dummy, might cut my head off right after I slit my throat. Tongue kiss a shark, got jealous bitches up in the boat, eating peanut butter and jellyfishes on toast. And if I get stung, I get stoked. Might choke like I chewed a chunk of charcoal. Naked in the North Pole, that's why my heart cold, full of sorrow. A lost soul, and only Lord knows when I'm coming to the crossroads. So I don't fear shit but tomorrow. And I'm a sucker for pain, it ain't nothing but pain. You just fucking complain, you ain't tough as you claim. Just stay up in your lane, just don't fuck with Lil Wayne. I'ma jump from my plane or stand in front of a train, cause I'm a sucker for pain.
Used to doing bad, now we feel like we just now getting there. Ain't got no other way, so we started and finished it.
No pain, no gain. Never stand down, made our own way. Never going slow, we pick up the pace. This is what we wanted from a young age.
No emotion, that's what business is. Lord have mercy on the witnesses.
Take my hand through the flame. I torture you. I'm just a sucker for pain. More pain got me begging, 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 begging for more pain. Got me begging, 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 begging for more.
Hi, everybody. We welcome you back into Johnny's Ice House East for the third period of the Chicago Classic Championship. I'm Christian Simona, joined alongside Luke Shikoda. It's been all UNLV tonight, Luke, and wow, have the Rebels shown us a lot.
Yeah, they've been very, very fast in this game and just overwhelming Illinois with the amount of speed and the amount of board battles that they are winning in this game. Illinois is having a tough time at least trying to get their first goal of this game.
Even strength play to start this third period. And the last goal was scored by Dondre John with an unbelievable individual effort. And here's Luke Forfar trying to answer that. Looking to shoot. He goes far side and misses. The Illini going from left to right in their white, navy, and blue uniforms. Or white. White, navy, and blue. White, orange, and blue.
That's a big contrast there, white, navy, and blue. What kind of blue are we talking? Sky blue or
it's
ocean
become that
blue?
part of the broadcast, has it? Some turquoise. Regardless, they go from left to right. UNLV with their black and red uniforms go right to left. But the cool thing about these uniforms for Illinois, Luke, is that every single one of the players over the past 60-plus years, the trainers, as this shot goes wide off of Barnhart.
Right on that white.
Yeah, it's incredible. All the names, the trainers, my name is even on there, which, of course,
is it really?
It's a great honor to have. And, you know, I was a little perplexed being a big part of this team, broadcasting for 4 years, and I appreciate all the Illini fans who have listened over the years.
Yeah, because I took a look at those jerseys before the game yesterday, or last night, I should say. I didn't see your name on there.
Oh, it's
but how
on
about
there.
that?
Yeah, I know. It's pretty cool. And
if you see it again, be sure to send me a picture if I don't recognize it after the game.
And, you know, Stephen Cohen's last name is on it, but it's not Stephen. There's another Cohen that played, no relation.
Oh, okay.
On the Illini hockey program. So that's a nice joke you can make to Stephen the next time you see him. Here's Nolan now for homering. 18-10 left in the third.
Think I could write my name on one of the jerseys?
You need to order one with your name on the back, I think.
Right, and just take a Sharpie and then add my name again on the white part. No, I'm just kidding around. But that is really cool.
Yeah, but Luke, it's been a fun time calling this tournament. Here's Richter trying to drive. Maybe a 2-on-1 for Illinois. Here's Reese. But he's closed off by Pereversov. And Illinois with some brief pressure. And we broadcasted every single game of this tournament over the past day and a half. This is Holmgren stopping and starting. The junior forward out of Pekin, Illinois. But the route is jumped, and the Rebels continue to play that north-south game. Blue line, left wing side, it's Muller. He shoots, blocked by Opilka. Muller gets his own rebound, and he lost it. Holmgren lines him up. A huge hit now. Opilka racing the other way on his backhand. Tyler Opilka's in. Great save by Geisberg, and he made it look easy.
Now what a hit delivered by the Illini, and it leads to a great chance the other way. Geisbrecht has been standing on his head this entire game when Illinois has had their chance.
Hatton, left circle, shoots one, fought off by Geisberg. A rebound try from Hatton, and it's off the back of the cage. To the near side it goes. Opilka trying to pressure. And it's scooped up by number 30 in black and red. 3:06 into the third period. But Tyler Opilka not known for his offense in terms of his breakaway speed, because he plays from behind the blue line. But a nice chance there, and he's got some hands to finish, but Geisberg made it look easy, as I've already said.
Yeah, and I'm sure I'm going to get to thank you after this game today, Cristiano, but I just want to thank you early in advance, in case I forget, for allowing me to call these series of games with you. It's been a lot of fun.
It really has been. And UNLV, if the score stays this way, they will win the inaugural Chicago Classic over the home state University of Illinois. I always like to see top 25 ranked ACHA teams coming together, and we've had 4 of them out of the 4 teams here. So if this is something that head coach Nick Fabrini wants to do, and the funds are all there, by all means, because this has been some incredible hockey that we've seen.
And it's a good test for Nick Fabrini to see how well he can coach these guys in these tough games as well.
And along the end boards as Turek gets upended, as the puck was underneath. A Rebel that was checked along that far side half boards, or the far side corner, I should say.
And if there's one thing that we know about Coach Nick Fabrini for Illinois, is that he's very hard on himself. He's very hard on his players, but in a good way. He will be honest when he's discussing how they've played and how he has coached, and he understands what they need to improve on and what they're doing very well.
It's a good point. Yeah, head coach Nick Fabrini, of course. Illini fans know him well from his days when he played on the undefeated ACHA winning roster in 2008. Another championship in 2005. And what a time to be an Illini there, as Barnhart snags a far drive from the neutral zone. But a team like UNLV coming into the state of Illinois, because obviously the building that the Illini play in normally is the University of Illinois Ice Arena in Champaign, where they are 9-0-1. They don't lose in that building very often, and this is going back decades. That is a building that is intimidating to play in, and home prosperity has been something the Illini always look forward to.
It's because that building gets so loud, and it's such a big advantage for Illinois.
And a good crowd here on tonight of both Rebels fans and Illini fans. To the far side it goes, where UNLV will try and go. Mayer, right circle, has a lane. He shoots, and a good pad save by Barnhart. And now flipping one up ahead, and Ribba almost had a breakaway, but it's kept in along the right circle. UNLV on the wrap chance. A sprawling forward. Wasn't able to get it through. Here's Nolan, the defenseman, over the red line.
Another problem that Illinois has had is we see a big hit at center ice.
That was Mayer.
Is that the passes are not being harder. They're not being harder on the puck. Even when they're trying to dump it out to the neutral zone or trying to make a nice, crisp stretch pass into the neutral zone to get a breakaway going.
And Stephen Quinn's going to go to the penalty box, 2 minutes for holding at 4:53. So a chance for UNLV to really start the route if they're able to capitalize. They already have 2 power play goals.
Yeah, Stephen Quinn was the guy that I pointed out at the end of the second period to really step up in this third, but he has not had a good game, at least by his standards. He has committed a couple of penalties, has gotten into a couple of skirmishes, and has not really been active in the offensive play.
Marshall won the draw momentarily. A shot was blocked by Kendati, and Ernsting was canceled out, going behind the net for Opilka. And this UNLV power play, it's very good tonight. Already 2 goals on it. Here's Opilka looking to the slot to the near side.
Again, the defenseman jumping in as a forward.
And Drew Richter, a forward, has to play back while Opilka does some good work. You got to think offense if you're Illinois, because that clock keeps ticking and it's a 4-goal game. It's not like a 1 or 2 goal game. But UNLV not exactly eager to break out of their own zone as Ernsting takes down a man.
I think when Ernsting went down, he probably got away with a penalty there. Not sure if he meant to sell that as if it was incidental contact. But regardless, we stay in a 5-on-4 for UNLV for about 1 minute and 5 seconds.
Yeah, Cameron Fink was knocked down, but no chance developed, and I think that's why you saw the referee take his whistle and put it in his pocket for that play. 14 minutes left in the 3rd period. 50 seconds left, and the minor to Quinn. Over the center ice logo. Kozupski to the far side, it's John. Already a goal tonight. Back to the point for Williams. Eric Williams now to the far side. Woodward and John toe drags to his backhand. Novosel with some good defense on him. And Opilka shoulders him, but not off the puck. And Opilka will get a second chance at John, but he drops it back for Kozupski. And to the left side in Malone. And Kozupski overskated it. Opilka fires it down. 15 seconds left in the Illini PK.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a whole lot of urgency by the Rebels, nor really should there be, or at least not as much as there should have been. That's how they scored their first 4 goals.
Malone over to the near side. A bad angle shot blocked away. Turek fires one up the wall. Jack Healy, left circle, a 2-on-1. Healy moving out in front, and a block coming from Tommy Harrison. And if you're Illinois, you need to start shooting the puck on those plays. There's a big hit coming from Healy.
And that's going to draw a penalty.
And that's a high stick. So Healy at one end of the rink had a 2-on-1 chance. He deferred on a pass that never got through, and in about 7 seconds, gets sent to the box for a high stick.
And you mentioned that Illinois has got to start shooting the puck more, and I agree with you, but in that last play, it was a 2-on-1. Again, it turned into a 2-on-2, but I love what Casper Riba did. He jumped into the play, and it turned into a 3-on-2. But the problem is that they just didn't communicate quick enough. Casper Riba was wide open in the low slot and had a chance to get a shot on goal, but not enough communication to generate that chance.
And another power play for UNLV. Cody Williams tipped one out in front, and another stop, and it's in the net. Wow. UNLV, a quick goal there, 11 seconds into the power play. They've got 3. 12:39 left in the 3rd period. It's Bryce Woodward.
Bryce Woodward along with guys like Marshall, Turcotte.
And I think Marshall's going to get the official credit, so my bad.
Yeah, I think it probably was, because it looked as if it might have hit the crossbar, but it went in and came back out so quickly.
No celebration either.
I'm not sure if the Rebels even knew that they had scored a goal there. But it wasn't until I saw the official, he was pointing at the net, and it results in a 5th goal for the UNLV Rebels.
And a 3rd power play goal, though.
Yes.
That's the story. And if Stephen Quinn and Luke Forfar don't get those minor penalties on 2 of the Illini's power plays as we get a whistle, 12:32 left in the 3rd period, that this is a completely different game, because maybe the Illini score on one of those power plays and you find yourselves tied at 1 rather than 1-0, then 2-0, 3 and 4. Those 2 goals in 24 seconds were huge, and I think the turning point of this game.
Yes, I think that's going to be the story for Illinois. If they end up losing this game, is how bad their special teams
scores, though. There's an answer. 7:38 into the 3rd period as Nolan did all the dirty work, dished it off for Chance Holmgren, and good for him getting his 2nd goal of the season after he missed the first 10 games of the year.
Nice job by Illinois, getting really everybody involved into the rush quickly over the blue line. Chance Holmgren labels it right over the blocker of Geisbrecht, so the shutout is no more. But as I was saying before the goal, Cristiano, is that if Illinois ends up losing this game, it's going to be probably because both of their special teams were just not up to par. And Coach Fabrini is probably going to have to go back to the drawing board as far as those 2 areas are concerned.
Barnhart drops the puck off. John intercepted to the near side. It's Kolas. And Quinn had a quick check, but it's Salk, the far side Turek, tipped in by Kolas again. Geisbrick sends it over to the near side of the Rebels zone. Top right of your screen, it's Ernsting battling with Quinn. To the far side, it's Asaf. And Mike Turek has a double back. Jonah Pearson going one-on-one against him along the right wing. Pearson trying to drive backhand, stopped by Barnhart. And Marshall.
Michael Turek's got to be a little bit more decisive. It's a right wing shot going on the left wing, going down the left wing as a defenseman. You got to quickly turn your hips, get your stick down, and close off that passing lane.
11:18 left in the third period. Novosel chops one out to the neutral zone. It's Quinn. As a stick came up high. And no call. Now below the goal line, Trevor Pereversov. To the blue line, and Mayer tips it out just enough to get it to the neutral area. And Ribba does the same thing. So a bit of a lull here. It's a 5-1 game, 11 minutes left in the third period. Illinois buried themselves in a 4-0 hole in the second period. 2 goals in 23 seconds for the Rebels. And they just recently got through to Ben Geisbrick with a goal scored by Chance Homer. Barnhart, who you look at his stat sheet, it's not going to look very good, Luke. But a lot of these goals aren't his fault, but the defense breaking down in front of him. And here's a play for Casper Ribba. May have a chance at the front of the net. Ribba left circle, moves and he fires. A nice save from Geisbrick, who stood out from the top of the circle as well as the crease to cut down the angle.
Yeah, Ben Geisbrick, by the scoreboard, has outplayed Jake Barnhart. But as you said, Cristiano, Jake Barnhart has had a tough time because his team is committing too many turnovers, and UNLV is just overwhelming Barnhart and the rest of the Illini squad with their speed.
And you never want to give up power play goals, but the way that the Rebels have scored, it's not been one way. As Geisbrick swallows up another shot, 9:51 left in the third period. But their first goal was a great play from Turcotte down the left wing to feed one over to Kozubski, who was wide open, 1-on-0 against Barnhart. And then you had a pair of rebound plays, which the initial shot doesn't look too scary, but then the second one, which isn't harmless either, ends up finding the back of the net because of traffic as Graham lets one go, and that goes off of a Rebel and back to center.
And in the next stoppage, I want to mention something that we were talking about. Before the tournament started, something that I have been thinking about a lot in terms of what being on the penalty kill really does that is not spoken of very, very much often.
And Healy with a backhand towards the front of that, and that went off of a skate in front. Here's Nolan along the line. Looks to fire one and missed everything, reached the glass. To the near side, below the goal line with 9:20 left in the third period. It is Healy. And Jack Healy, who played with Thomas Kolas with the Peoria Mustangs at the NA3HL, as this is slapped back up to number 19. And that will be a tripping call, and I hope that Healy's all right. That looked like a knee-on-knee. 9:01 up in the third period, but going back to Healy, it was pretty incredible to have Thomas Kolas be a nice recruiter for head coach Nick Fabrini, playing with Healy over in Peoria. He had 47 points with him last year, and Healy he's been solid in his first 11 games with the club, 4 points in 11 games. And look right there, he's starting to move his feet. He's got some size to him, and he just drew a penalty, Illinois, to the power play.
What I love the most about Jack Healy's game is that he's a great handler of the puck. It's very hard to stick the puck away from his own stick and create an opportunity the other way.
Pereversov sits 2 minutes for tripping. And here's Nolan. To the far side, Kolas. Illinois trying to take a page out of UNLV's book of, hey, we could score a power play goal. As Salk takes a tumble behind the net and cleared out to center off the shin pad of Nolan, and he'll have to regroup. Along the blue line, and a good play there. And he plays one to himself. We've seen Joe Nolan pinch up, especially when the Illini have been down in games, not only this one, but last season, as Charlie Salk missed the pass. Barnhart out to play it. Fires one over to the near side, and Nolan again. Tips one in for Quinn. 1:10 left in the Illini power play. They have 0 shots in this one so far.
Not sure if they've had a shot attempt on this power play.
And here's a chance for one. Here's Salk. He fires wide of the net. And to the near side, Nolan. And back to number 27. And far side for Salk. He fires again, blocked down. Oh, Stephen Quinn almost had a chance, but the Rebels were able to fire it away.
Stephen Quinn parking himself in front of the net, looking for a redirect. And I'm not sure if he got a little bit rattled being in front of there. I think it was probably Cameron Fink that shoved him out of the way a little bit.
Oh, nice move by Ribba. Backdoor for Richter, but the puck bounced over his stick with 25 seconds left in the power play. 7:23 left in the third period. And here come the Rebels in a short-handed bid, but Richter's able to cut down the angle and protect the puck along the near side corner of his own zone. Drew Richter. Here comes the speed of Richter. And, he'll just pass a couple of Rebels, probably going about 50%, and he's taken down. And another guy goes down along the end boards, but the Illini play on. Power play is over. Opilka, one last shot. Here it comes, deflected out in front and into the netting. It'll stay in the defensive zone. 6:57 left in the third.
I want to go back to what I was mentioning earlier as far as the penalty kill is concerned, Cristiano, where, yes, not only are you trying to kill off a power play, and even if you do kill off that power play, what it does is that you waste time. You waste time trying to get back into your own zone and create opportunities for yourself. And we talk about killing off a penalty, how that can give you some momentum, but that's usually created because you're getting fresh bodies on the ice. So you can't waste any more time committing so many penalties, because not only are you on the penalty kill trying to not have the other team score a power play goal, but it's taking away time from when you could be on the offensive side yourself.
And it's going to tire out your players of the jam play. Barnhart stood tall on the left post. 6:30 left in the third.
And that's why usually, you have a lot of momentum going back the other way, because you have fresh bodies on the ice.
Nice move there from Kozubski, but Barnhart was able to also fend that chance. And Graham on the forecheck. Williams to the far side for Kozubski along the right circle. Toe drag move, throwing out some fancy stick work as a sprawling Hatton able to disrupt the play, but kept in by Kozubski. Now Williams, he's wide open left, so great backdoor pass, and that was swept wide. I believe that was Woodward with the chance.
Two great sticks by Joe Nolan.
And Schlitt to the near side of center ice. And Graham to the middle. He's got Thomas Kolaz rushing in. Kolaz along the near side with Quinn. Kolaz on his belly, tried to steer it away, but instead it's the Rebels, and the time continues to tick off the clock. 5:30 left in the third period.
And the Rebels are just playing just get the puck out. As soon as you get it out. Just kill off the clock. You're up by 4 goals. Just play it a little bit conservatively.
Bobby Ernsting on the forecheck. Puck again squirts out to center, and that's UNLV's motto right now. Just get the puck through to neutral ice. Don't take an icing.
Yeah, they only have 2 forecheckers going right now.
And we no reason to have a third, yeah.
Yeah, we saw in the first 2 periods they had 3.
Even when they were up 4-0.
Yes, exactly.
As it's Jonah Pearson to the far side. Salk along the red line. Chopped it in and hit a body on the end boards. That was an awkward bounce. As it's Quinn. And now Geisberg behind the goal, directing traffic, and he is very good at playing the puck. He got burned on it yesterday against Alabama, but to have an aggressive goaltender like Geisberg, it is the benefits outweighing the negatives. As Forfar loses his footing, sent back into the zone. Almost too many men on the ice for Illinois. 4:28 left in the third.
Yeah, I believe that was Chance Homer who came over the bench, and lucky that it did not hit his skate.
And I was going to say knock on wood for a second here, Luke, but here comes Maloney, fires, and he scores! Paxton Malone, his 8th goal of the season. 15:45 into the third period, and he had a chance from the deep slot, moved into the high slot, and beat Barnhart low.
Just all cosmetic now. As Paxton Malone, another great goal scorer for UNLV. He's had 7 goals. That's his 8th on the season. And UNLV recaptures their 5-goal lead with 4 minutes and a quarter seconds. Does that make any sense? Left here in the third. 4 and a quarter minutes, I should say.
I was told there would be no math. 16 minutes now exactly. I'll simplify it for the fans at home.
4 and a quarter, 4 and a half, 4 and 3/4 minutes.
a quarter to
now
4.
I got it. Yeah, thank you.
We'll start doing military time from now
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
And that one goes down for icing. 3:46 left in the third period, but UNLV stomping Illinois in what we assumed was going to be a close game. But we thought that Illinois, simply because of the way that their ranking precedes their play, but once you came into the tournament and you saw UNLV play with speed and could have had probably 4 or 5 more goals than they did on Alabama because of Kingsbury's great effort in that game. You said, I believe, last night that UNLV was going to take this one, and looks like Nostradamus to my left is going to be correct.
Well, I said it was going to be an overtime game. Obviously, it doesn't look like we're going to get that, but we also said it before that when UNLV scores at least 4 goals, they are going to win, and they can score 4 goals, and they have many, many times throughout the season.
As Victor Brask, who scored the game winner against Alabama, getting a late period shift, and he shoots one wide of the goal. As Kendati finishes his check along the end boards, we get a whistle as the puck hits the ceiling.
Just barely.
And I was going to say before Malone's goal, as there's some chippiness between the Rebels and the Illini after the whistle. I was going to say right before Malone picked up that puck that we haven't had one of those pucks hitting the ceiling and the whistle blowing because of that in quite a while. And then Malone, of course, was sent right in, and you got to go play-by-play because it was going to be a good play for Malone, and he ended up scoring on it.
Yeah, we saw Illinois adjust to the low-hanging ceiling last night against Rhode Island, and UNLV, they didn't play here. They played over at Johnny's Ice House West, and they did not have this low-hanging ceiling like we have here at Johnny's Ice House East. But the Rebels have done a nice job of adjusting and just playing their style, getting back to a fast game, using the stretch pass, and winning those board battles. And it's led to them having a 6-1 lead. And looks like we're going to have some 4-on-4 play here.
Yeah, Kendati goes to the box.
It looks like Kendati and I think that's Woodward that are in the penalty box, Cristiano.
And I believe you're right, even though it's listed up as number 8 Kazupski.
Yeah,
Here's Nolan. Regardless, we've got 4-on-4, and we'll hear what Andy Storrs has to say down at ice level.
yeah, I'm surprised that if it's not Woodward, I'm a little surprised at that because he was the one that was getting into it with Kendati.
To the near side now, looking to add some offense. It's Marshall. But he is checked off the play by Nolan. Graham to the far side. He'll get the puck back, stopping and starting. Nice feet work there from Jack Graham. And he'll continue to work. And Richter eludes one. Right circle. Drew Richter fires. Blocked out in front by Schlitt. And you're right, Luke. It is Woodward in the penalty box. So good eye by you. And yeah, they were the two going at each other after the whistle. But I'm not sure if the scoreboard is able to put up a 3 and a 9. I'm not sure. Here's Stephen Quinn looking for Kolas. It didn't work. 2 minutes left in the third period. 6-1 UNLV. But the Illini still working hard here. The puck squirts free. Kept in by Turk momentarily, but Pearson drops it for Toronto. And a slew foot by Quinn. That's not a smart penalty to take, and he just got kicked out of the game. And Barnhart tosses Ray to the ice.
Yeah, this is just frustration being shown by the Fighting Illini. Stephen Quinn and Barnhart down by 5 goals. This is nothing but frustration and possibly some undisciplined play here. If you're Stephen Quinn, you're down by 5. You understand the frustration, but you have to keep on playing. And I have a feeling that Coach Nick Fabrini is going to be saying that to his team after this loss, where, yes, it's a tough loss. At least that's what it's looking like. We still have a minute 45 left here in the third. But for Nick Fabrini, they're really going to have to go back to the drawing board because not only were their special teams tough to watch, but they were just overwhelmed by the amount of speed that the Rebels were showing and just not having enough zone time and not getting enough traffic in front of Ben Geisbrecht to be able to create the sustained offense that they showed last night against Rhode Island. Even though that was a tight game, they were still winning battles. They were still getting into the front of the net. Not as not as much of that in this game against UNLV.
And it's weird how this year's campaign for Illinois will parallel last season's, because when the Illini played at Johnny's Ice House West last year against Davenport University, a team that was ranked in the low 20s at the time, I believe they're a little higher up in the ACHA rankings this season, as UNLV will have a power play as Quinn gets assessed a major for tripping. And Illinois destroyed Davenport in the first game, 9-3. They play the next day in Oak Lawn, and Illinois loses 4-2. And that's a game where Illinois could have easily beaten Davenport. They were the better team, as this shot comes on a save made by Barnhart with 1:21 left in the third period. But Illinois, they took a long look at themselves. They had a players-only meeting after that game in Oak Lawn, and it was on a foreign ice surface, one that they hadn't played on in quite a while. And they went on to have one of the best second halves of the regular season in recent memory. They end up going to the CSCHL final after they beat Ohio in the semifinal, and then they go to the national championship. So another great save there by Barnhart, as it was a shot from Marshall, causing the goaltender to go coast to coast.
Another penalty going up against
I should say, and another penalty. It's going to be a slashing call, I believe, on Nolan. Or a cross-checking penalty. I apologize. I thought I saw a slash. 58 seconds left in the third period.
And Cristiano,
and it's on Jack Graham. Again,
yeah, it is.
I lost the play there. I thought there could have been two penalties on the play. Maybe the infractions occurred at the same time, but only one gets called.
Well, you mentioned it a little bit during our pregame discussions that this is a young Illini team. The majority of this team is made up by sophomores and juniors. There's only, 4 seniors on this Illinois team? And they lost a lot of seniors last year, and that's really what the dichotomy is between the two teams from last year to this year for Illinois.
And I think UNLV will just pass the puck around for the next 37 seconds. A 5-on-3 as Salk gets his stick tossed up, but here's the thing. They call a penalty on it, and that gets a nice sarcastic round of applause from the Illini faithful here. Why are you calling those penalties in the final minute? Just let the clock run out. They're not egregious. They're not the play that Quinn had. They're not like a dirty play. There's no hits from behind.
Nor can there be plays like that, especially when they're on a 5-on-3 penalty kill. It's very hard to do that.
So for me, you're just delaying the inevitable and making the stat sheet look more jam-packed than it actually should be.
And I think we've seen officiating throughout this entire tournament be pretty good. But, yes, I agree with you. They're just the minor high sticks. There's just a little bit of chippiness going on, but just let the clock bleed down and just not cause any more delays.
Under 20 seconds to go in the Chicago Classic Championship. UNLV, the University of Nevada, Las Vegas Rebels. One last chance for Harrison. That shot is stopped by Barnhart with the right shoulder. 8 seconds left, but man, is this going to be a statement victory for the Rebels, and one that could help them move into the ACHA rankings, move up the ACHA rankings in the future in a hurry. Illinois on the other side, you got to assess the situation here. You just lost 6-1 in your home state, and that will do it. And the University of Nevada, Las Vegas Rebels, they come from a far way, and they stomp into Illinois and leave with some hardware.
And, again, I'm a big fan of speed in hockey. I just love seeing up and down hockey being played by any team, and the University of Nevada, Las Vegas Rebels were just absolutely amazing at that. They were so quick, so fast. They were winning battles, especially here against Illinois, and they just looked like the team that had the fresher legs, really, in both games. And they were not being tested very much. Illinois was not playing their style of game where they were trying to win those half-board battles. I thought that if they were able to tie up those battles, tie up the puck along the half-boards and into the corners, they could slow down the Rebels, but the Rebels were just too fast. But just a great tournament by the Rebels. And for the Illini, they had a really good game against Rhode Island. And, again, the special teams really killed Illinois in this game. And Nick Fabrini is probably going to have to go back and say, guys, we have to be a little bit more disciplined. We have to set up our power play a little bit cleaner by just getting to those open ice areas that were left vacant throughout this entire game. But just a great tournament by all 4 teams. I had a lot of fun doing it with you, Cristiano.
Yeah, Illinois salutes their fans here at Johnny's Ice House East. They are the runner-ups in the Chicago Classic Tournament. UNLV comes away victorious with the whole dang thing, and the Rebels certainly deserved it after what they did to Alabama, and more importantly, the performance that they put on just now against the Fighting Illini.
Yeah, it was really great to get back into the swing of things. This is the first time I've done any hockey broadcast in over a year.
Well, you nailed it, Luke.
That is such a lie. No, I appreciate that very much. I had such a good time. You nailed it, as usual.
Thank you very much. You know, it was a lot of fun, Luke. I wouldn't have anybody in that chair right now, and I'm glad that you can make it. 4 games on tap that we had this weekend. 4 games broadcasted. It was a lot of fun. He's Luke Shakota. I'm Cristiano Simonetta. The Illini have next week off, of course, for Thanksgiving, and we hope that you viewers as well.
Have a happy Thanksgiving, Cristiano.
Oh, thanks so much, Luke.
And have a great Black Friday if you're going to go out.
Thank you. And that'll do it from Johnny's Ice House East. The Illini play Davenport a week after Thanksgiving at the Big Pond as the Illini hope to get off this 1-game losing streak and hope to nip it in the bud at that. We thank you for tuning into the Chicago Classic presented by YouTube.